More to come from Caroline into the quarterfinals as this one gets started. Fitzgibbons carved to blowtail. Little tap just to show that she's in control. I love that excitement on that smaller section. To extend that carve, release the fins. She has Johanne Defay and Keely Andrew to deal with today at Snapper Rocks.
I think everyone was watching that, so realizing, hey, the judges are going to throw scores at a couple of big turns. Sally right there, beautiful snap to float combo. And Defay loves this wave.
Big power hook for Defay. Crushes the finish. So we're starting to see these really compact wave pots. We saw Sylvain, even though she went down with a pretty solid score, one of the best scores of that heat on a two-turn combo.
I think you've just got to be prepared for it, Joe. I mean, you know, you're not necessarily going to get that perfect snapper wave today. So you've got to be prepared to focus on two tight maneuvers.
And priority will be with Keely Andrew. Remember, Keely got past Nikki Van Dyke earlier today as we watched Defay up. Two quick jumps on the open face. Small inside section to work with, and she'll just slam it shut. See that wave about 1 foot in height, but she somehow gathered a lot of speed and momentum on it, Potts.
You know, it's not, the time is not going to tick down on you. You're going to have plenty of time to find your good waves, get the momentum going, build that confidence, and that's what Johanne Defay is doing. Started off with a 3, and this is going to be another sort of medium score. Catch a few waves. Why not build that momentum and get that confidence flowing?
Love seeing lots of waves ridden, with or without priority. That's what it's all about, seeing what the world's best have been doing in the offseason. Here's Keely Andrew. First turn, vertical. Second turn, the wrapping cutback. More of a rail hook on the third effort, and she'll have some space down the line. Vertical snap into that wrap seems to be the recipe at hand in these conditions. And Keely's got her first number on the board. It's also the word used just to settle down.
Settle down.
Let's get a warm-up wave. How about the first turn here?
Yeah, nice vertical snap there from Keely. The board looks really good under her feet. It looks alive. It looks fast. And it allows her to pretty much put it wherever she wants. So you can tell Keely's done a lot of work in the off-season. She's looking like she's got a lot of spring in her step. And in waves like this, you're going to need it. And as you grow and get bigger and stronger, you've got to adapt their equipment. You've got to change it up.
Now Sally heading down the line. Big connection on the float to cover some ground, but it's not going to be able to get out in front. She had one of the craziest hot streaks when she was just consistently in the quarters or better for 44 straight events. As we look at this run down the line for Johanne Defay. Big, powerful hack on the first section. Has enough time to drill it again.
Flow happening, and then on the flip side of the coin, Johanne Defay, what's this first turn? Straight up through the lip, big snap, and then bangs it up through the lip again. So way more critical turns, done in a shorter space. I think that's the go.
Incredible two-turn combination. Now Fitzgibbons winds up. Carves right in front of Defay. Nice twist and wrap motion on the cutty. Fitzgibbons looking for more on this inside track. She's had a couple of 2s and 3s, so she's ready to break through the scale a bit more. And this section just really forcing her to repeat herself, just to stay in the pocket of that wave. Didn't really give her too much to work with that quickly. Love showcasing her power as we look at Sally's wave.
Beautiful style from Sally. A lot quieter upper body, which I'm enjoying to watch. So solid, so strong, so smooth. I mean, surfed this wave extremely well. It's just the wave didn't cooperate through that inside. Had it stood up a little bit more, it would have given Sally more opportunity to get those vertical turns. Just building it up though, you can tell, just warming those legs up.
She's got great energy. Next wave's wedging down the line. And already swinging is Keely Andrew. Good for a hook, and she's out of there.
I'm just going to throw it out there, but I think Johanne Defay is going to garner more points than Sally. You know, just with that shorter, more critical, tighter space that Johanne had to work with, a lot more speed going into those turns, looked a little bit more dynamic.
They're so classic. They've been such a great travel team over the years. Sally up again. Just a fun carve. Last wave of 5-5, just like you expected, Potts. Defay winning that exchange. 3-3 for her two-turn combo. Johanne first, Sally second. Sally up again. Bigger carve on the open face this time. There's the tail slide. get out in front of the pocket. Keely now. Top turn jam for Andrew from the Sunshine Coast. There's that vertical connection. Squares up, more water going to the sky. Clean wrapping combination. Once again, a frontside hook on the open face for Andrew. Keeps that rail in the water for another roundhouse cutback. Swings back into the source again for that forehand carve into the power source and gets out of there.
That's what you want to do. I mean, that was great wave selection there from Keely Andrew. It allowed her a multitude of maneuvers, all different kinds, up into the lip, big wrapping turns. You name it, she did it. Surfing incredible. What it's telling me is her wave selection is letting her down. Keely Andrew on an absolute screamer. Now this was Keely's best wave. Look at this turn. It's just absolutely exploding through the lip. And then it actually gave her this little bonus inside section that just allowed her these big wrapping turns. Now, watch the way she bounces off the whitewater. Bangs. It's almost like she's getting this real kick off the whitewater. It's slingshotting her back out into the open face, and it's giving her speed. That's what you want.
What a great read from Keely Andrew.
Wait for the good ones and get, one or two big vertical snaps going. She's going to be right back in the mix.
Rolling in now is Johanne Defay. Surfer from Reunion Island, big power carve to start. Another quick hack out in front. Now getting down the line. Snaps it as she sets up her frontside wrap into the pocket. It's once again two surfers in motion down the line. Sally getting started with her frontside carve as Defay's doing some damage in an inside track that's looking brilliant. Wall stood up for a bit. She got two more bonus carves as Sally's looking for the same thing to happen. Second, Keely Andrew with a 5.0 in first.
Still waiting for scores for Keely.
And more waves on the way. This one's setting up for Johanne Defay. Little power hack to get this one started. Quick snap to get down the line and a healthy looking flow, but she can't hang on.
With that little push, you're going to see better waves coming in and more of them, as you can see Johanne now picking off a nice looking wave. Little lip line float there, coming around for more on the corner, cuts it back into power pocket. She's going to set it up for the inside for another slam on there, and she's going to kick out. But the way these waves are coming in now, they've just got more push to them. So that's something we note from the tide, just pushing through and not sucking back out. So it went from being really hollow to now just having a beautiful canvas of push to go up into the lip.
Their turns too much. You can tell Keely there just trusted her rhythm. Even though she was doing a similar carve, everyone made sense. Watching this little punt out the back and hanging on is Sally Fitzgibbons. She's like, all right, I didn't get the score. Check this out. Big air to start off that first section. And now she's throwing down some forehand hooks on the open face. She's hoping for a little more to work with through the inside just to steal that second spot off Defay. Hitting the progressions part of the judging criteria. And still not kicking out of here. Frontside wrap, got a little bit more in her to drill it off the top before calling for the ski.
So leg burner right there and out the back.
Defay heard the crowd react to Sally's first turn, so she lays down a power hook. High line wrapping cutback, now out in front. Bit of a down carve to change directions and snaps it. So beautiful rhythm for Defay. Big sweeping hook again on that forehand carve.
Oh my gosh, the judges are earning their money today, Joe. Let me tell you, this is just non-stop action. What action it is. Sally Fitzgibbons, I mean, throwing an air out the back. What commitment. Watch this first turn from Johanne Defay, just hooking right into it. Real strong, powerful surfing from Johanne Defay. Keeping that foot on the tail pad, keeping those fins engaged. Just rail work from Johanne Defay. Now mixing it up, little tight snap, and there's that big swooping maneuver back into the power source, waiting for this wave to build up through the inside. Johanne Defay looking to improve on a 6.33.
He'll have John Florence, Kolohe Andino, Carissa Moore, Courtney Conlog. There's also a world team that's led by Jordy Smith. He'll have Michelle Perez, Kanoa Igarashi, Paige Cherub, and Bianca Batendock. Let's make that travel easier for you, and we'll get you up and running. Johanne still thanks Jeremy for making that rookie season so much easier. and she accomplished the Rookie of the Year award. A lot of fun in these heats, seeing eliminations for the first time, and Keely has been ready to go all day into the exit range. 8-5 against Nikki. Still has the best single score in this heat, but sitting in that third spot. With just 12 to go, we got to find out what's happening for the day. Johanne could get Keely to use priority early. And now a better looking ride. Keely Andrew now looking for the score. First turn, solid right off the top. Deep off the bottom turn, carves away. Setting up a beautiful wrap into the pocket on the open face. Needs a 5.36, and on the rebound of the last turn, she'll get hung up. 90 seconds in that last fall. That hurt, seeing her fall out of the rebound free pots. What do you think about this first turn?
Well, I think the first turn was beautiful. Nice slashing maneuver. Good solid wave off the bottom, and again, just holding that rail in there. Now into that big wrapping turn, bangs it off the white water. So far, so good for Keely. Another wrapping turn, and kind of mistimed that. 5.36, so not a huge score. Left it up in the open, so I'm not sure, Joe. Here she goes again.
We'll take another look with 40 seconds. Obviously a much smaller wave here, but she'll surf it with everything she's got. There's the carve. Quick snap there. Will this thing crow down the line? A power hack through the lip. Now it's opening up. A wave building in size down the line, and she's had multiple carves and snaps all the way through. Big improvement to the tour. She's all the way down to the free surf zone down the beach. 14 seconds. Score previous now coming in for Keely Andrew as we stand by for those scores. 5.53. Enough to move into seconds, and still has one more score to be locked into the screen. So Defay did get knocked, even with that fall on the rebound. And Keely just put more on the table to show that she has got a lot left for the quarterfinals. Impressive when you see a surfer come in with rhythm, but also under pressure to perform. Keely definitely stole the show on the last two waves of the heat.